Good morning and welcome in for another video with myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. It's currently 4 AM, just hit on a Thursday morning. And for today's little shenanigans, we're driving down to a place called Warlingham, I think it is, South London, just off the M25. Then after I've done in Warlingham, I've got one drop in Kent, and then I've got one in Essex on the way back up, which does mean today is going to be a night out. You've got to appreciate the small things in life, especially when it comes to like the sunrise and stuff, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's one of the perks of the job. I absolutely love it. It's so nice, isn't it? Yeah. Definitely one of the perks of the jobs, seeing the sunrise. Because about 80% of the population are in bed right now, unless they're working in nights. There's not a lot of people starting work at this early in the morning, is there? Oh, it's dead peaceful, isn't it? Right then, to get to the first destination, I'm going to be looking at about a 5-hour drive. And it might be a bit longer than that, to be honest with you, with traffic. Because first, what I've got to do is come over towards Ashton, to our hub, to get loaded up, so then I can set off on my destination. So that's going to add a little bit of time on. I know it's not ideal, but unfortunately I've got to wait for the pallets to come through overnight. That's why it's not been loaded the night before. And that's why I'm collecting it straight from the hub instead of over at our depot. Just doing all the checks now on the trailer, making sure the tyre tread is all good, healthy condition. There's no damage to the curtains, everything's all good there. The straps and buckles are in a good condition as well. The back door itself is in a good condition, there's no damage to any of that. And the lights are all looking okay as well. Just need to connect the power, then we're good. Destination's been entered into the sat nav. I'm looking at 240 miles and 5.5 hours driving. With a break included on that, you're looking at about 6 hours and 15 to 6 hours and 30 minutes realistically. With traffic included as well, might be a little bit more. The joys of driving away. Now at Beaconsfield Services, a little bit full. We'll try and get it into there. Straighten up a little bit more. Bad little spot really to get straight out when I finish my break. That should be me there. 45-minute break taken. Oh, that is a really nice Aston Martin right there. Love the colour of that. It's like a mint green or such. Peppermint green, would you call it? I don't know. Very nice anyway. I've still got 50 miles to go and an hour and a half of driving time to get there. It's currently 10:30, so the ETA you're looking at 12 o'clock. However, that does not include the traffic, which you can see right now on the M25, which looks fairly heavy, to say the least. Really heavy, to say the least. Let's have a look. We'll get around this corner. I'm going foot off the accelerator and it's like it slowed down itself. There's no point flooring it, is it, right behind a car, then slamming on. So I might as well start coming to a slow descent right now. It's not too bad, it's moving at least. Without jinxing himself. I think it might be just a bit of congestion and stuff around here. It's got a couple of junctions coming on at the same point, haven't we? And now I'm sticking on the M25. I'm going to be coming off over at Croydon. It's always heavy, isn't it, the M25? Luckily though, again, I don't want to jinx myself, I've not been caught up yet on the M25 when they've had the protesters on. Do you remember that last year when they had the M25 protesters on with, is it Just Stop Oil? Or something, where they sat around in the bloody, on the floor, trying to stop all the traffic. And over the matrix signs as well, they were sitting on there, wasn't there? So let me know down below, did you get caught up in that when all that drama was kicking off? They weren't going at it the best way, was they, for their cause? I mean, they got people talking about it, obviously. We're talking about it now. But if you want to help the environment, last thing you want to do, really, isn't it, is get the M25 to a halt where all the traffic is. Same for London Centre, isn't it, as well? London Centre was hit quite hard. Seems now they're just going after monuments instead, aren't they? Whoa! Check your mirrors, blue car. I guarantee that mirror was not checked then before they pulled out. It's like they're thinking to themselves, oh, this looks like a good spot as any just to pull out into the lane. I'm sure the other car will move over for me. I've just come through Croydon at the moment and I'm just taking this little road up here. It does feel like you shouldn't really be driving trucks up here. Don't worry, the weight limit's Monday to Friday, midnight to 7 AM. Rest of the times you're alright. But yeah, it does feel like you shouldn't really be driving a class 1 up here. That's for sure. Quite a steep hill as well, so you gotta make sure you put that foot right down. And because we are in London, you just need to be careful of all them little motorbikes, don't you, flying around everywhere. And the car drivers as well, they take up a lot of room, don't they? Especially this Merc, it's like 4 foot away from the cars parked up. Currently still got 7 miles to go. Rest of the roads are pretty much like this as well, all the way up there. But trust me, this way is a lot better than the first time I came up here. So if you want to see the first time I came up here, it's one of my other vlogs. I can't remember what number it is. I'll try and have a look later on when I pull over. So if you want to have a look at it, whoo, it's tight. It really is tight. It's labelled delivering to a South London farm. Because the place that we're going to, it used to be on a farm, but they've changed some of the working barns into little small business units. So I'll show you when I get there anyway. But if you want to look at the other one, it's delivering to a South London farm or something like that. I'll try and get the number anyway for you. But then roads going up there, because it was the first time coming up this way, I went a different route. I followed the sat nav. and it was the biggest mistake I've probably done in a long time, because some of the roads that I was driving down were narrow, to say the least, to the point of where you couldn't fit a truck and a car coming down the same road on several occasions. It was just an absolute nightmare. Driving past cars literally inches away from the driver's side door, and then the passenger side was inches away, if not scraping against some of the bushes. Oh, it was chaos, absolute chaos it was. And then luckily one of my subscribers actually mentioned to me, if you come through Croydon instead, it's a lot easier to get down that road. So that's the way I'm going now. This is the third time I've been to this place. So last time I did come this way, I listened to the subscriber and he was 100% right. So thank you very much. I can't remember your name. I think it might have been Truth, off the top of my head. But yeah, because I remember him saying that he's from, like, delivered around London area loads of times. He's given me loads of tips in the past. So thanks for that, really appreciate it. See, I do learn off you guys as well as you learning off me. It's a help situation, isn't it? Go on, drop them gears. Can't do 19 miles per hour and it's not even that heavy to load as well. I've probably got about 14 ton on. I say not heavy, 14 ton is actually quite heavy, isn't it, when you think about it? But considering it should, the maximum weight is 33 ton. 14's not really that heavy, is it? So you can see the road's getting a little bit more narrower. So you can probably imagine what it's like coming from the other direction, which is worse than what this bit is now. Just keep it over as much left as I can, but at the same time, don't let the cars try and bully you out the way. Slow down, make sure it's all safe from past, like so. But try not to put yourself too far into the bush, because you don't want to be damaging your vehicle or anything, do you? It's easy for them to snake around you as well. Yeah, it's down this bit here. Told you it gets a bit more narrower. Right, so that car's giving way for me, so thank you very much. Give them a little thumbs up. Appreciate that. Thank you. Let's just slow down a little bit so this van can get past. So coming from the other direction was worse than what this is, honestly, believe it or not. And that hill, just after the junction where I'm going, because I'm turning left here, if you follow it down, wow, that is tight down that section. That is where I had to pretty much creep past all the cars. Just sat there on your phone, mate. No, it winds me up when people are on the phone, especially when it's just completely obvious, like holding it to the side of the rear. It's like, get off your phone, drive properly, use hands-free if you gotta use the phone. I do believe they have caravans here as well, or at least caravan spots that you can come and set up with your own caravan. Big speed bump. Just take it nice and wide as well. Make sure the trailer doesn't cut any of these corners. There you go, there's a couple of spots here for your caravan. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But these speed bumps here, you probably can't see that one, but These are the worst ones, honestly. The big concrete ones, they're the worst ones. Bounce you up so high. And what I need to try and do is spin it around right here. If that red car wasn't there, it wouldn't be too bad. I think what I might have to do is reverse it next to that green trailer in between the two buildings. So I'm just going to spin it around before I do the actual delivery. Just need to aim it in between there. Yeah, mate, 5 pallets for you. Careful that bin. Just got to be careful of your tail swing, you see, so that's why I've took that extra shunt just then to get a little bit further away from where the bin itself was. And now if another truck comes or anybody, I can just drive straight out. I don't have to worry about getting blocked in or anything. Yeah, it's in the centre. Clear space on both sides. Good to unload. Now, according to the sat-nav, to get to my second job for where I am now, it's only 16 miles. So it's not too bad. Instead of going back where I came from to get onto the M25, I can access the M25 just by heading east, really. Going up towards Croydon and then cutting across. And I'm due to get there in 40 minutes though. 40 minutes to do 15 miles. Gotta love London, haven't you? Don't get anywhere in a hurry. I think there must be a private airfield around there. I've seen loads of like smaller planes flying around. I wouldn't like to be a bus driver coming from that direction. Ah, where do they come from? Got to be careful of the low branches overhanging as well, don't do any damage to the truck or the trailer. That's an easy one to be done, so I'm just going to wait over here for them to pass me. You can hear some of the smaller twigs scraping the paint. Not much really you can do about that, unfortunately. It's got a window open a bit. There you are, plenty of space for them to get past there. Get your foot down to the next little section. There we go, back to open roads. Well, back to Open road shortly. Still a little bit narrow on this section, isn't it? wasn't hanging around. There we go, back to the open roads. I've got a right turn here coming up, but it's quite a tight one. So I'm trying to turn the AC off, sorry. Because the way the road bends to the left and then to the right, what I need to do is take up both lanes. So if you're ever in this situation, don't worry about using both lanes. Just make sure you get your indicator on for which way you're going, so everybody knows behind, and just take up as much room as you need and just get around nice and safe. But because you are around London or around anywhere really, you just need to make sure your blind spots are always double checked, because you do get cars like that left one there. They put the mirrors in just so they can sneak past, get past that truck. And you get motorbikes all over the place. There's one here now on my right hand side, he's trying to get forward. I'm just going to slow down a little bit, let the biker in front of me, so I don't have to worry about him in the mirrors then. I've got a moped behind another car as well, 2 cars down. Got to keep an eye on that fella. He's going to come up now. See him just overtaking that car. He's going to try and overtake himself as well. I think he might be going for it in a second. We are in London after all, and he is on a moped. I swear some of these mopeds in London though, they're not restricted. I'm seeing them flying around. I swear they're doing faster than 50 miles per hour. At least faster than 30 anyway, a lot of them. Right, keep right indicator on. Don't get too close. And overtake. Hey, you still got 8 miles to go. Pretty much like this now, all the way there. Go until we get to the M25. It's not too far away. I think it's about 3 miles away it is, the M25 for me. Straight down these type of roads. Job number 2, currently 10 past 1. I've got 14 pallets coming up. That's job number 1 taken care of. Now I just need to head over towards Swanley, which is just off the M25. I think it's classed as Kent still, isn't it, that area? And I've got 15 pallets to take off there. Really heavy traffic as always towards the Dartford tunnels. Just seems to be backed up all the time. No matter the time of the day it is as well, it always backs up a lot around here. It's like they've also been quite active as well, pulling over quite a few different trucks and that I can see there on the left hand side. Got another Volster there as well on the left waiting. I'm not too sure if it's something to do with fuel tankers, if you got to report to them or something before you go through the tunnel. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's about 8 tankers there trying to get back onto the M25. Never seen that many before. Bridge on the other side doesn't seem too bad. It seems to be pretty steady flowing there. And I've still got 30 miles to go. It's currently 2:15 at the moment, and I'm due to get there for 3 o'clock. Pretty much right in the middle of the tunnel as well at the moment. It's coming to a standstill. It looks like it's coming to a halt anyway up the front. I hope it doesn't though. Every time I come through, I always say, one thing you don't want to be doing is having an accident down here. Then you heard a car beeping a minute ago, then all the traffic started to back up a little bit. I was thinking, don't say I've jinxed it. Don't say I've jinxed it. Stuck underneath the Thames for the next 2 hours to try and get a road clear. No, thank you. Yeah, they're legit. That's electric, that as well. You're not getting anywhere on that little hairdryer, mate. Trying to pop a wheelie on an hairdryer. I don't know where I am at the moment. Just come off the M25, followed one of the A roads, and what's it called? Walton Abbey. At the moment, just 4 miles away, straight up here to the destination. Some of the roads are getting a little bit snug now. Still big enough for the 2 trucks. Still a little bit snug though. Windy roads. Just got to take a little bit more caution, haven't you, really, when you're going around these areas. I've never been down this road before. It's not a bad one. Got a nice little scenery here on the right hand side. Just farm fields on both sides actually. I mean, you can see over the hedge that is. I'm glad it's a tractor, not a big combine harvester. You get a few of them coming up and down this area, don't you? I don't think I'm too far away from Hadfield, to be honest. Probably would have been easier staying on the A1, going up north that way, cutting across. This road isn't too bad. Still got 2 miles to go though. About 5 minutes driving, and it should be there. So it's a good sign when you see the black sign with the trucks on. Weight limit ahead. What was that then? I don't know actually. I think I'm alright for myself. I think I'm on this side of the weight limit. And I think that's probably why I can't come off the A1, because I think there's got to be the weight limit. Looking on maps earlier, I think there might be a couple of bridges as well, so I'm not sure if they're low bridges or it's a case of the road going over the train tracks. I'll say, not really been this one before. Found the place, but it's not as big as what I wanted it to be. Let's try and find number 23. Problem is, can I get down any of these places? I think it might be down there to my left. So what I might have to do is turn to the right and try and get down. God, it's snug. Very, very snug. No, I'm not gonna make that. Not quite gonna make that. Okay, I'm in a bit of a predicament. I can't get that swing around. It's alright. I'm going that way anyway. So try and park over here so this fella can get around me. Now I'm going to have a walk around, see if I can find them. Bit of a shame really, because I just can't get that swing, so I've got to reverse down that way, so let's have a walk down. And this is the part that I've got to try and reverse down for the delivery. Right down at the end. Right, I'm going to try it one more time, just see if I can get it. I'll stick over a little bit more to the left. A little bit farther left as I can. Hopefully I might just get it. Last minute turn. That's probably a bit better there. Give it a little shunt backwards. Just so I can get that extra swing close as I can to that red van. Got to be careful the passenger side with the trailer, make sure it doesn't swing over too much. Steer it around that Volvo. It's over there. The problem is getting back out. Probably got about a foot of space on the passenger side, so I want to try and keep everything as close as I can on the driver's side whilst reversing, just so I've got a good eye on it. So this is the main place that I'm looking out of. Keep it nice and slow. Very steady movements on the steering wheel as well. Right, a little bit of a right turn. I'm going to try and tuck myself in behind this one. Hopefully I can get out. Alright, let's pull it forward and job's a good one. It wasn't too bad then getting back out. Just got to take it nice and wide. Always keep an eye on the passenger side. If you're not careful, the headboard will swing right out. Hopefully nothing comes into here. There's weight limits everywhere around this area. It's got to take that corner really wide. Okay then, back to the yard it is, so at least heading up that way. Tried to phone the office if there's anything to collect on the way back. There isn't always. They normally ring me or let me know by now. It's currently 3:30. Due to get back to the yard for 7:45, and that's with no traffic. 200 miles to go. Yay me. However, I've got 1 hour left of driving time before I need to pull over and then extend it. I'm hoping I should be able to get Toddington services maybe, and then I can drive for another hour then. So in total I have got 2 hours, but I need to make sure I take a 45-minute break in the meantime. So I'm not too sure how far to get up, or just stay at Toddington and just get up really early in the morning to try and beat the traffic back. I don't think I'll get much further than that, if I'm being honest with you. For an extra hour, is it worth it? Probably not. Yeah, I've decided I'm just going to stay the night at Toddington. I might as well have a nice early night today. I say nice early finish then, but I don't think it's going to be a nice early finish. It's currently 3:30 now, so we should be at Toddington within the hour. So 4:30, it's kind of actually early finish I suppose, but it did start at 4 AM. So it's still 12.5 hours done. But it's going to be a pretty early start tomorrow, so I'm getting up, I'm planning for about 4:15, get up, have a shower, get myself sorted out for breakfast, etc. Leave for 5 o'clock, Toddington services. Get back up to Warrington for 9 o'clock, I reckon. Yeah, about 9 o'clock with all the traffic, etc. So that's the plan of action anyhow. Never goes to plan though, does it? Right, here we go, M25. Okay, it's moving. I think it's just really heavy congestion at 3:45. How is it this busy? It's only just gone 3:30. Surely people should be in work. What is going on? Range Rover is using the hard shoulder instead. It's like, yeah, I drive a Range Rover, it's alright. I can just put my foot down on that way instead. I don't have to abide by the traffic rules, do they? I don't like ranting and stuff, I really don't. But, come on. You can't just drive on a hard shoulder because you feel like it. That people sat up on top of that bridge here in yellow high visors. I think they've got like a sign of some sort. If it's moving, it's not too bad. We can cope with this, can't we? If it's moving, it's just when it's stood still, it's a little bit frustrating, isn't it? Especially when you're against the clock a little bit from the driving hours. I've got 40 minutes driving time remaining before I need another 45-minute break to extend for a further hour. A little bit of a change of plan. I haven't got enough time, unfortunately, to make it straight to Luton, so I'm just going to pull up on the services at South Mims, just off the M25. It's just really heavy traffic really around here. Unfortunately, it's just off a really busy roundabout. Hopefully there's enough space for me. So I need to pull up here, take a 45-minute break, and then I can drive. In total, it'll be about an hour and 30 to get to Luton services. So that should be perfectly fine. Well, Toddington services anyway, on the outside of Luton. If we went straight to the services, I think it's about 35, maybe 40 minutes with traffic. Because it had 32 minutes driving time, there's no point risking it. So I'm just going to pull over now, take the break, and then head back up. And then in the morning, I've got a collection already booked from Milton Keynes, so it's not too far away from Toddington services. And yeah, so I'll get that and then take it back up towards Manchester ways. Break's taken care of, 45 minutes done, and now I've actually got in total driving time 1 hour and 55. So that is because I've taken a break a little bit before my 4.5 hours earlier on this morning. I had about 40 minutes left, well, 55 minutes left. What is going on here? Let the chaos resume, eh? So if they waited back, everybody in this lane could get through. I'm glad I'm not going towards Dartford anyway, or the M11. That looks chaotic at the moment, doesn't it? Following for the M25, jumping back on the ring road. So I could come off for the M1. M25 Heathrow South, yeah. That's the one I ought to be in. Just make sure I'm in the right lanes. It is a bit bedlam this roundabout, isn't it, with South Pims services. And yeah, so I've got 1 hour and 50 minutes driving, but working time is 2 hours and 5 minutes. To get to Toddington services shouldn't be too bad. That should be there within the hour, I reckon. Moment of truth now. Is there any space for parking? 20 to 6, so I'm just coming up to 13 hours. Yeah, there's plenty here. It's all right. After 5 o'clock, it does start getting a little bit busy. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that. How cool is that? My lad will absolutely love that. Not a bad view there for the night, is it? Time has just hit 6 o'clock and I've just clocked off for the night. So 14 hours done. For some odd reason, northbound on Toddington today is really, really busy. I mean, it's completely rammed. Loads of people queuing up. So I think southbound is a little bit better, so I will make way over there. Sorry if the wind's really bad at the moment. I'm next to the motorway, about across the bridge. So away you go. There's some truck spotting up here if you like watching trucks or taking pictures. Get 2 hours for free here. At least it's not as busy in this one. It's a little bit more quieter. Quite a good service station as well if you've never been here before. It's not bad, good facilities. Don't mind I do. Find myself a nice little corner. And just like that, that's me done for the day. Relaxing in the sun, white hot chocolate, shot of gingerbread, finished the video. If you've never tried the white hot chocolate with a shot of gingerbread, definitely worth trying. Well, I'm going to leave the video there for now, so if you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, take care, bye for now.